Are you ready to be great? Stop letting self-doubt, insecurity, and fear prevent you from building your business. This morning, wake up to success. Here's John Preston.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us here on Wake Up to Success. Today I want to talk about the warm-up. No, not in sports, but in business. You know, when we go to a sporting event, we're not surprised to see all the players out on the field warming up about 30 or 40 minutes, sometimes as much as an hour beforehand, running drills, running exercises, loosening up. If you think about it, it would be easy to wonder why they do that, because that's expending a lot of energy that they could use when it comes game time. So why do they do that? And the reason they do that is, we all know, athletes can't perform at their best unless they warm up beforehand. It's the loosening up those muscles and going through drills and getting their mind in the right place that helps them perform at their best come game time. Well, let me tell you, it's no different in business. I am always amazed at how business owners and sales folks often don't warm up at all. I will watch people who are trying to reach out to a new customer, to bring a new customer on board with their business, to help grow their business, who will be on the phone with another conversation right up until just before they meet the customer. Or, maybe they're working on some past work and they're running late and they're stressed and all that. And guess what? When you're in that situation, you simply do not perform at your best. And so what I would encourage you to do, regardless of what your business is, at some level, there is a presentation designed to convince a customer to use your goods or services. That is the core of all business. So today, I want to talk about preparing yourself for that presentation and making sure that you always have a warm-up period, so you can get your mind in the right frame of mind, and you can also cover and think about anything that might be specific to that potential client or customer before you start. So usually about 10 to 15 minutes beforehand is all you need. Take a moment, collect yourself, take some deep breaths, maybe stretch yourself a little bit, get loosened up, and then ask yourself a series of questions that will help you kind of streamline your presentation to that particular client. Because the more you can make that client feel like you're trying to help them, and not just a general business, but them personally, the better chance you have of becoming a partner with that person and having them use your product or services. So the first question you want to ask is, what's their pain point? What's the problem that they have that I can solve? And, it could be anything. It could be, they don't get enough customers if it's media sales. It could be they spend way too much time trying to manage their customers, and maybe you have the right CMS for them, or whatever it is. There has to be a pain point that makes them consider using your product. So once you identify that pain point that you can help with, then take a few moments to think about specifically, not generalities, but very specifically, what you are offering that will help that pain point. What will make their life and their business better if they become a customer of yours? And really think about that. And once you think about it, ask yourself, how can I integrate that into my presentation? Because one of the biggest mistakes we all make is we think that our customers will always connect the dots. So we'll often explain our product or services to them in a way that's based on what we understand and not about what they understand. And so when you do that, that is really assuming that they will connect the dots and understand how what you're bringing to the table will help them. But often they won't. So you've got to connect the dots for them. So think about how I'm going to connect those dots. And then finally, ask yourself this question. What possible objection are they going to give me? What reason are they going to give me for not buying if they don't buy? And once you identify the possible reasons that they might not buy, or they may tell you they might not buy, then practice what you will say. Just going through a simple exercise. If they say this, I'll say this, will help you. Because then when they say this, it's not new. It's not the first time, and you're prepared for an answer that might swing that deal in your favor. So always do that beforehand. Ask what their pain point is. Ask yourself what you have that can solve that pain point. Plan how you're going to present that and incorporate that into the presentation. And finally, anticipate the objections and then practice your response. And you will find your closing percentage start to creep upward, because like all athletes, you're taking that time beforehand to warm up and be ready for the big game, so that when the time comes, you're able to produce your best performance to get the best results possible for your business.